FingerSkateSelective. FingerSkateSelective. FingerSkateSelective.
What up? It's Friday, May 11, 2012. I am Frankie Finger. You're watching an all-new episode of Ask Frankie Friday. That's right. What up, homies? Thanks for tuning in for this week's episode of Ask Frankie Friday. So we've got some cool stuff to get into today. We're going to answer some of your questions. I'm going to try and give you a trick tip. And we're going to read some Frankie mail. Along with all that, of course, we're going to check out some of your trick clips. This first one here was sent in by the homie
Hated but rated.
Nice! And here's another one right over here somewhere from
Chance Harrico.
3.
Awesome. Let's go ahead and check out one more. This one here is from Dakota Blanchard. Sweet! I like that little tech deck. Alright, just a heads up, you can have a trick clip featured right here on FSS. Just email your single trick clip along with your YouTube name to fsstotd@yahoo.com. Alright, it's about that time.
Let's answer your questions.
Alright, the first question is from Super Aiden 3. Do you have any other hobbies other than fingerboarding? Well, I like to skateboard. I like making beats, as you guys know. But my biggest is probably riding on the two-wheelers. The R6, the Zuma, the Metropolitan, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Next one is from Lars Lunny. Do you use loose or tight trucks? I would say they're definitely somewhat loose. Not super duper loose where they're like flopping, but not super tight either. Somewhere in the middle is a good range. Next one is from X Stunts Reviewer. Can you please shout out my dog Ralph for his birthday? Definitely. Shout out to Ralph. Happy birthday. Alright, the next one is from Triple Axle 120. Hey Frankie, can you teach us how to nollie? Yes. Make sure you stay tuned. Next one is from Electrosol Production. Do you have a PS3? And if so, what games do you like? I do not have a PS3. I have an Xbox 360, and I play Grand Theft Auto 4 way too much. But I also like Forza 4. Those two are really my favorite games. That's all I really play. Next one is from Half Pipe Sesh. Hey Frankie, I didn't get to see the supermoon, and I was pretty bummed. What should I do? Well, you're in luck, because I went ahead and made you an even super moon. So make sure you get a good look at it. Here we go. So this is the regular supermoon that you missed. Nothing really special. And here's the all-new super moon.
You already know.
Alright, next question is from Pokemon 581. How do you put your chairs together? That's a very good question. I have no idea. When you receive your chair, it'll look something like this. It'll be somewhat put together. The only thing that won't be put together is the back legs. The reason I do that is because on the seat part here, there's two tabs sticking out that go in slots on the rear legs. I just pop those out so they don't get squished in shipping. All you do is very carefully pull the back legs apart until the tab slides into the slot, then you're good to go. Then those two tabs on the back are inside the rear leg slots, and it allows it to go like that. So they're not completely taken apart when you get them. I just pop those out because when they're put together like this and you put pressure on it, the first thing to break is those little tabs. So
You already know.
just put the rear tabs in, you're good to go. Alright guys, and the last question of the day here is from FB Tutorial Guy. In your last sesh episode, you were seshing on a half pipe. Was it a mini or the bigger one? That was the mini half from AphlikshunFingerboards.com. It probably looked bigger because I was using the fisheye, so it gave it kind of a big effect. But yeah,
It is what it is.
make sure you guys check out all the ramps and obstacles available at AphlikshunFingerboards.com. You can almost see it back there. They're on PS2 paddle.
Where else to put it?
Alright, thank you to everyone who asked a question. Remember, if you have a question, toss it right down there for next Friday's A.F.F. Alright, I told you I was going to give you a little trick tip today, but before we get into that, I just wanted to remind you guys that there is an FSS homework assignment due before Tuesday, and 3 people are going to make the FSS honor roll on next Two Finger Tuesday, so make sure you get your homework done. Alright, let's do this.
Trick tip time.
Alright guys, for today's trick tip time, I'm going to try and give you some tips on nollies. It can be a very frustrating trick to learn, I already know. First off, let me tell you, I'm not perfect at nollies yet, but I got the basics down, so I can only tell you what I know. Alright, so first off, to practice nollies, make sure you're practicing onto something. Don't just try and nollie. It's a lot harder. It's a lot easier to try and nollie onto something. So that's number 1. Make sure you're nollieing onto something. I'm going to use my little parts containers here. Also, another very important thing to do is do not try nollieing straight onto stuff. Like this, straight on. Make sure you're trying to nollie from the side. Just till you learn them. Just go from the side. It's a lot easier, about 99% easier. So all I can really tell you about nollies is you have to be very light on your fingers. You don't really have to pow and give it heck. Just be very light on them. Also, try and do everything in one smooth, fluid motion. Don't try and go through the steps, kick down, slide back. Don't do all of that. Just try and do it all in one motion. Just think of how your ollies work, and then try and think of it backwards off the nose. It's the exact same thing. You guys learned the ollie. It was very frustrating, but you learned it. Same thing with nollies. Just take your time and do it all in one motion. Make sure you're nollieing onto something. That's very important. And go from the side like I'm doing here. Easiest way to learn it. Because if you try nollying straight onto something, you have to really nollie high to be able to make it up and onto it. So make sure you're going from the side. And really, like every trick, there's nothing I can tell you that's going to make you say, okay, then you go and do nollies perfectly. It just takes practice. Just got to keep doing what you do. So number 1, nollie onto something. Number 2, make sure you're nollieing from the side. And 3, be light on your fingers and try and nollie in one smooth motion. It can be frustrating, but you will learn them. Just practice over and over and over. And most of all,
good luck.
Alright guys, hopefully those tips help you out a little bit. Just remember the 1, 2s, and 3s of nollieing. Just practice over and over and over, and you will definitely get it. But keep at it, homies, for sure. Okay, before we get into the Frankie mail, let's go ahead and check out a few more of your trick clips. This first one here was sent in by FingerBoarder CX323. Gnarly! And this one over here was sent in by Tom Padfield FB. Cool! Here we go with one more. This one here is from Go Ring Guy. Yeah. Alright, let's get into the Frankie mail.
Let's read some Frankie mail.
Alright, the first one here, let's have a look. It's got $1. It says, Frankie, I want one limited edition sticker and I don't have a YouTube account. My name is Tyler, and will you put my picture on the wall of fame? Also, can I have one of your autographs? Right on. Thank you, Tyler. You can definitely have all of that and a bag of chips. I'll even send you a little bag of chips. Just teasing. But yes, I will get you a sticker and an autograph. You already know. Tyler also sent a picture. Very cool. It's got a little guy saying yo yay. He's riding a fingerboard. It says FSS. And he drew a bike rack. Very nice. I'll have to scan that and put it on the Frankie frame. Shout out to Tyler. Be on the lookout in the mail, buddy. Next one here. It's got $5. It says, Frankie, can I get a red FSS chair and can you sign it, please? Thank you. My YouTube name is Super Richster. Super Richster. We know you. Shout out. I can definitely sign your red FSS chair. Thank you for sending Frankie mail. Forgot to put Tyler's dollar back in his envelope. I better do that. Alright, and the next one here. What do we got? What do we got? Got $6 in it. It says, to Frankie, hey Frankie, love your videos. Keep making them. You really got something, bro. But anyway, can I get a FSS chair and a change sticker? Thanks so much. My YouTube name is Blown Out Fingers.
Yo, yay.
Then down at the bottom he wrote, can you show this in Frankie mail on Friday, please?
Yo, yay.
You already know I can. Blown Out Fingers. Big shout out. Let's take a look at the picture. Groovy. That's definitely one to scan and put on the Frankie frame. Yo, yay. FSS, cool colors, I really like that. You guys know I like getting the pictures, right? Shout out to Blown Out Fingers, be on the lookout in the mail. And the last one of the day is from the homies Logan and Parker. Let's see what they have to say. $12. Dear Frankie, we are your biggest fans. We have money and we want things. So may we have one FSS chair in silver, 3 original stickers, and slippy tape. Shout out to Elimination Creation and Finger Flipper 519.
Yo, yay.
Sincerely, Logan and Parker. P.S. You should make FSS t-shirts. We would buy 2 million. So shout out to Logan and Parker. And real quick here, before we look at their picture, I just want to say, Logan and Parker, if you will put it in writing that you will buy 2 million FSS shirts, I will get on those right now. Alright, let's take a look at the picture Logan and Parker sent. Nice. Very cool. Let me try and hold it open here. It's got a guy with an FSS shirt. He's saying yo yay. It says weird guy, so it's a weird guy. He's holding up the deuces with the fingerboard. Very, very nice. I'll have to put that on the Frankie frame. So shout out to Logan and Parker, Tyler, Blown Out Fingers, and Super Richster. Thank you guys for sending Frankie mail. Also, I gotta say thank you to everyone who sent in Frankie mail. By the way, I'm still tossing in a free yo yay tray picture in every Frankie mail order. I've got about 15 left. Let me know if you guys like the free pictures. Maybe I'll get a new style made, and then I'll put those in the next next Frankie mails. That's right, Frankie mails. So let me know what you guys think. If it's stupid, I won't. But if you guys dig them, I'll get some more made and I'll put them in there. Alright, Bubbas and Bubbettes, that's about it for today's Ask Frankie Friday. I answered my questions, so now it's time for you to answer yours. If you could fingerboard exactly how any pro skater skates, which skate pro would you choose to be like? Let me know right down there in the comments. Alright, you guys know what to do. Email your trick clips to be featured right here on FSS. While you're at it, email your JPEG pictures for the Frankie frame and represent. Send in your Frankie mail and or buy an FSS product. Ask a question for next Friday's A.F.F. Get your FSS homework posted before next Tuesday. Make sure you guys do that. Thank you guys again and again for watching and supporting FSS. Now very gently, put it up there, put it up. I will see you guys sooner than later.